Thought it was a really nice effort by our players. Thought we came out and executed at a really high level. Offensively, we had a lot of movement. We created a lot of space. Our players made good decisions with the ball. The second half, at the end of the first half, they went to a matchup which we didn't execute that well at the end of the first half, but we talked about it at halftime, and the second half we got the ball to Gradigan, who knocked down some threes. We also had a couple cutters get layups versus the matchup, and after that I thought really our Atwater and Haas in particular really hurt them with dribble penetration, and our players did a good job keeping the floor spread and creating space. But this is a really good win for us. I mean, Wake Forest they've beaten Duke and North Carolina and NC State, so we know they're a very capable team.
Karl, offensively, you guys had so many second chance opportunities, offensive rebounds. Was that something you stressed at halftime afterwards? Just were you proud of your team, I guess, in that regards?
Well, I was proud of our team, how we rebounded, particularly in the first half. We held them to 2 offensive rebounds the first half, more than maybe us getting second shots. But in the second half, I didn't think we had quite the same intensity on the defensive end when it came to blocking out and limiting shots inside. And we were trying to get some energy and fire them up to play defense the way the first half the defense was just exceptional. But I didn't feel like we came out with the same intensity defensively to start the second half.
Kaneisha, how do you feel?
Good. I'm good. Thank you.
Can you take us through a little bit on Friday night with what happened, and then kind of take us maybe through a couple of key steps in your recovery over the last few days?
I just had a boo-boo. That's all. It was it's just a little mild sprained knee, and I've been doing rehab. Alyssa's been great with trying to get me back into the rotation and keeping me healthy, and I just really thank her for that, taking extra time out and getting extra treatment, and that's basically it. So I'm back.
When did you know that you'd be playing tonight?
Basically today, I guess. Yeah.
She tried it out during a shoot around and said it felt good enough to give it a go. So she had an outstanding game. So
You had the
we were
first
very fortunate.
First 9 points, I think.
Yeah.
Did you just feel good right from the start? I mean, was there adrenaline kick?
I was a little nervous, honestly. I was a little nervous coming down and shooting my layups, but then I thought to myself, like, hey, you may hurt yourself a little more if you're nervous. Just get out there and play. And once I started getting up and down, my adrenaline was running, and I really couldn't even feel it at that point. So.
Yeah, Kaneisha, you're real aggressive. I mean, obviously, despite the injury and things like that, just kind of getting in the flow of the game, and just how excited were you to be out there and just driving? You're doing pretty much everything like you usually do, weren't you?
Yeah, I love playing with these girls, and without them spreading the floor for me, like Coach said, I wouldn't have the opportunity to drive to the basket, and I've been working on my shot a little bit. Obviously, I'm a little more confident shooting the ball at the 3-point line now, but definitely my teammates have done a great job with keeping the floor spread out enough so that I can tag my defenders. So.
Stephanie, did the 3-pointers help your drives, or did your drives open you up on 3-pointers? Was there one that helped the other more?
I think it was pretty much just like they said, spreading the floor, and we had good ball movement. So when I saw the space to attack, I attacked, and when they were off me, I just shot it.
They cut that lead for you, Steph. They cut the lead to 13 at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and you guys went on a big run after that. So what did you guys do, kind of regroup and get back at them?
Yeah, I think we just got back to what we were doing, what was working for us, which, like we said, was ball movement, spreading the floor, and just everyone was helping and contributing. And then we just had to get the rebounds and not give them any more second chance shots.
Coach, what does it say when you won your first 2 tournament games without 2 of your top players playing major minutes? I mean, Whitney didn't play much of that fourth quarter.
Well, it says we've had some other players step up when we needed it. Atwater got hurt in the last game and didn't play for the last 2.5 quarters. And WNIT, amongst others, met her, had huge performances and got us to the second round. Today, Steph came in off the bench and gave us a huge lift, and especially when WNIT was in foul trouble, she had some key baskets in the fourth quarter to help separate the lead. Hit a three, hit a layup, got 2 layups, I think. So just people were stepping up when we need them. It was one of those situations where they got down to 13, and that's one of those areas where if they score the next 2 baskets, you never know what'll happen with momentum and how your team will respond. But that was a time where we hit a couple key baskets and got it back out to 19, and that's a lot more comfortable.
Steph, what does this mean for you guys? I know you're disappointed not to get to the NCAA, but to go farther now in the WNIT than any FGCU team's done. What does that mean for you seniors?
We're really happy to keep winning. Obviously, we don't want our season to end, so we're just going to keep giving it our all and see how far we can go in this tournament.
You guys have had 2 really good games. How do you keep that momentum, or what do you need to do going up against Tulane in 2 nights?
Just come in tomorrow ready to prepare, and then we'll be ready for the game.
Kaneisha, kind of the same question as well, too, kind of like how Steph answered it. Obviously you guys are disappointed with the loss to Jacksonville, but now you guys have won 2 WNIT games. What was the message, like maybe the next day, seniors getting together, saying something to motivate this team that, hey, we still got the postseason, we still can make something happen, right?
Yeah, getting into the NCAA tournament would have been great for our seniors, but this is still a great opportunity. There's really good, schools and teams in this tournament, and we're literally just as lucky to be here as we would be in the NCAA tournament. So we're just going to work hard and, keep preparing, and hopefully we advance.
Karl, do you know anything about Tulane? What you need to do against them?
I've watched them a little bit. They're they're a very talented team, and they're very well coached. They got quite a few shooters, so that they're going to be a tough guard in that respect. That they can spread you out with their shooting as well. But we'll have to spend a lot of time tonight, because we practice in the morning, putting together a whole game plan for Tulane.
All right, guys, thank you.